Faizan. Welcome to my channel, and in today's video or today's walkthrough of the brochure, we're going to discuss a developer which we haven't touched before, but it is one of the premier developers in Dubai, which is Ellington Properties, and the latest launch, which is coming in the up and coming area of Dubai South. So this is going to be a very important project brief, and it is one of the best projects that is coming there in that area. So I would really appreciate if you go through the entire brief so that you're very clear as to what they're offering, so investors as well as end users do not miss this opportunity. So basically, for those who don't know what is Ellington Properties, Ellington is one of the top developers in Dubai. It is considered to be a premier developer who creates designs which are very luxury. Their buildings are very boutique oriented, and there is a certain different class of people who like to live and invest in Ellington buildings. The Ellington Properties have delivered projects in the past in JVC, in Dubai Hills, and all throughout areas, for example, in the Palm as well. So they're one of the developers which are extremely experienced. And when you go to when you go to Property Finder or Bayut, you would find out that their properties, their rental is higher than adjacent buildings, even 15 to 20% higher at minimum to adjacent buildings in the same area. So Ellington, although it is usually a little bit pricey, but at the same time, when the ROI is concerned, or when the return on investment, or the product that they deliver is concerned, it is a very premier product. So anyone who has ever walked into an Ellington building would vouch for it, that their delivery and their quality and the kind of class that they provide in the building is unmatched by any developer in Dubai, including the top developers, the top 3 or 4 developers that we very often hear about. And because their supply is very limited, you won't find a lot of buildings for Ellington in Dubai, so their demand is extremely high. So we are expecting that this is going to be an extremely hot launch, and considering the location of where it is coming, it's a no-brainer that it is going to be a very competitive and a hot launch. So, what is Dubai South, or what is the blueprint that the Dubai government has for Dubai South? So, number one, which is because number one, and the most important thing is that it is going to be a sustainable and a smart city. And this is generally about Dubai South that we're talking about. We all know that the new airport is coming over there, which is going to provide global connectivity. And then once you're in Dubai, you have connectivity via road. Um, throughout the area. So it is centered around the vision that His Highness has for Dubai, for the future of Dubai, which is in the next 10, 15, 20 years. And with Dubai, the best part is that whatever they promise, they deliver. So we are expecting that whatever promises the government is making right now as far as Dubai South is concerned, we are going to get those. So it is to build a smart and a sustainable city. It is to create an inclusive and a cohesive society, which is Dubai in general as well, to be a pivotal hub in the global economy, and of course to become a place which is preferred to live, work, and invest. So the first two things are extremely important: live and work. That is what we're going to focus on within this project brief, that Dubai South is not only going to be an area which is going to be convenient for people to live, but the kind of economy that it is going to generate over there, people would want to work in this particular area of Dubai. So this is the overall map of Dubai. You can see the almost the entire, on this side we have downtown and other areas, but mainly, for example, this is the main Sheikh Zayed Road, Palm Jebel Ali, Palm Jumeirah, the World Islands. Then this is Mohammed bin Zayed, which is E311, and this is Emirates Road, E611. Three main highways of Dubai, of UAE in fact. And this all region which is highlighted in white is Dubai South area. So in Dubai South, you have the Expo City, which has the Expo Center. You have a residential district. The project that we're going to talk about today is in this residential district. Then you have, of course, the Al Maktoum International Airport. Then it is the aviation district, logistics, business park, commercial district, golf district. So this is the overall plan Dubai government has of creating Dubai South as an area or as a region. Now, the development that we are seeing is already taking place throughout this particular area, like everywhere there is development going on. And then of course the reason why this is being developed is because you have a port over here, the Jebel Ali Free Zone. So economic activity is already going on, but with this planned development for the next 10 years, we are going to see a lot of economic activity to come in the future as well. So we're going to talk about these districts just quickly so that we know what all of these districts consist of. Uh, so number one is the aviation district. Now, of course, aviation, as the name suggests, it is not only going to be the international airport, it is also going to be a hub where every airline and every facility would be provided for airlines to have their maintenance, have the repair and maintenance facilities, even overhauling facilities. So this in this particular region of Asia is going to be extremely important. Number two, it is going to have around 400 aircraft gates, which makes it the biggest airport in the world, and it is expected to process around 260 million passengers annually, which again is the highest number in the world. So its total operations are expected to be started between anywhere between 2032 to 2034. This is the estimated timeline of the complete operations being shifted, and DXB airport, which is the current airport, to be completely closed down. But what we know of is that by 2030, we're going to see flights gradually moving towards Al Maktoum airport, and some flights will move even before that because the runways are already ready and operational right now for cargo. So aviation district is not just the airport, it's the whole district around it that is going to be created. Then the second one that we talked about is the logistics district. Now again, as the name suggests, the idea of a logistics district is that it is going to be an area uh, which is going to be a global hub for freight forwarding, for companies to set up their own logistics support and to have the logistics warehousing and hubs. So again, this is going to make Dubai as the global contact, as a base for global trade and not just the trade within the region. And with the proximity and location of Dubai as a city in the world, its proximity to the east and to the west of the world is very good. So this makes this area extremely important for not just this region but the entire world. Uh, Number three, of course, is the business park and the commercial district. Now, this, as the name suggests, when you have the aviation district, you have the logistics district, then you need to have a business park as well, where, of course, you're going to have corporate offices, and these corporate offices would consist of multinationals, of companies who are operating from Dubai, who have their headquarters in Dubai, who have the regional offices in Dubai. So this is going to create a business park, which is going to be um, form a very important part in this particular region of Dubai South. Of course, exhibition city, exhibition district or Expo city, this is something that has already been created. We had an Expo 2020 over there, but it is going to be expanded. This is going to be made as the world's biggest exhibition center. And of course, with the 2020, with the metro line that is already connected, so it is well connected throughout Dubai, and with the biggest exhibition center, it is going to make this particular district very important, and of course would lead to a lot of short-term and long-term rentals. And then of course there is the golf and residential district. This is where Emar South is. You're going to have an 18-hole championship golf course which is expected to open by end of next year. And then of course you have Emar South as a community as well. So this is the general render of the building. It consists of two towers, Tower A and Tower B. We're going to quickly go through this presentation because I don't want to take a lot of your time, but just one point that I want to make very clear over here is that when you're investing in an apartment, you're not investing in just the building, you're investing in the area. As long as the area itself is appreciating or the area has good future prospects, you're going to see a capital gain. And then then having a good developer is a cherry on top. Having a top tier developer like Ellington is absolutely, as I mentioned earlier, a no-brainer. So this again is the distance proximity. You can see from the slide, so it is 10 minutes from Al Maktoum Airport, around 30 minutes to Palm Jebel Ali, and then everywhere in between 10 to 30 minutes. So this again is one of the renders of the towers. This is the sun and views analysis. So you can see from here, this is east to west. This is how the sun is going to move. Again, one of the renders. So what is the building configuration? There are going to be two towers, Tower A and Tower B. Each is going to have three elevators, two passenger, one service. The anticipated completion date is Q3 2028. So it is very near to the completion of the airport, very near to other communities around which are being built right now. So by the time it is handed over, it is going to be a very good investment to flip or even to put it on rent. Um, so you have studios. The configuration that you have is studios, one bed and two bed, one bed, two bed and three bed, two towers, Tower A and Tower B. There are two basements, the ground floor, then 10 residential floors, and then the rooftop. And the anticipated service charge would be around 17 dirhams per square foot, which again is slightly lesser than what MR, for example, is charging in apartment buildings. So each tower is going to consist of 212 units. As you can see, the studios are the least number, which are 10 units each. Then you have 91 bedroom apartments, 69 two bedroom, 22 bedroom plus study, 18 three bedroom, and then 5 retail outlets in each building. So on the ground floor, we've talked about retail outlets. So on the ground floor, we're going to have 10 retail outlets, 5 in each tower. And this, of course, means that as you walk down, you would have shops, or you can even have restaurants, you can even have a supermarket, which makes it very convenient for residents who are living over there. And then, of course, there's a dog park. You have your own welcoming arrival gate for your guests and everything in between. So this is one of the renders of the retail areas, the render of the lobby reception. So the good part, and you can see from these renders, is that Ellington does deliver whatever it shows. In fact, it delivers better than that. So you can see from the renders of this building that it is going to be a very luxury, a boutique sort of a vibe that is going to come from this particular building. So on the first floor, you have your own amenities for the towers itself, where you're going to have your clubhouse, you have an outdoor terrace, you have your swimming pool, Pilates, yoga, and then of course greenery. So this is the pool deck on the first floor, the club lounge, games area, fitness studio, Pilates studio. This is the greenery or the lawn area, and then you have outdoor sitting and barbecue areas as well. We're also going to look at the renders for the apartments. So this is the living and dining for a 3 bedroom, your kitchen, bedroom, bathroom. You can see the finishing, the pictures. It looks absolutely beautiful. The powder room. And we're going to go through the floor plans of each configuration. There are different types for the 2 bedroom, but we're only going to go through one of those types. Sorry. So studio, the total living area is around 431 square feet, which is good for a studio with the kind of sizes that other developers in the same area are offering. For example, Azizi is offering really small studios, but this comparatively is a good size. So it's a very standard studio plan. These corners are where the studio is. You enter, you have a laundry room, kitchen, bathroom, living area, bedroom, and a balcony. The internal living area is around 400 square feet, and the external living area or the balcony is around 35 square feet. The 1 bedroom, again, the 1 bedroom are the highest in number. You can see they're all spread across the two towers. Sorry. So The internal living area is around 725 square feet. The outdoor living area is around 58 square feet. And the total living area is around 780, which is a very good size for a one bedroom apartment, considering that other developers are offering relatively very smaller sizes. So as you enter, you have the kitchen, you have the powder room, the laundry room, the powder room, the dining area, living area, and the balcony. The balcony only has access from the living room, but in the bedroom you have a window, and then you have the walk-in closet and the bathroom. But still it is a very good floor plan, because you have a separate laundry room, you have a powder room, which again is not something that every developer offers, especially for example Emar does not offer now. This is the floor plan of a 2-bedroom apartment with the powder room. So you enter, you have a powder room, kitchen, your dining area, living and balcony. You have your first bedroom with the attached bathroom, and you have your second bedroom with the walk-in closet and the attached bathroom. So this is your master bedroom, and this is your second bedroom, all en suite. So this is basically 2.5 because you have a powder room as well. And this is the floor plan of the third bedroom. So for the third bedroom, sorry, for the 2-bedroom, I didn't tell you the sizes. The outdoor living area is around 78 square feet. The indoor living area is around 1050, and the total is 1131. This is the 3-bedroom. So in the 3-bedroom, you can see that as soon as you enter, you have the powder room, you have the kitchen, you have the laundry over here, your study with an attached bath, you have a primary bedroom with a walk-in closet and a bathroom, you have your living area with the balcony, and then you have your 2 bedrooms with attached bathroom. So this is technically a 4-bedroom because you have a study with an attached bath as well, and you have a powder room as well, and you have all bedrooms with an ensuite washroom. So for those who are willing to invest, the 3-bedroom that is over here in this price, it's an investor's dream. I'll tell you the price in some time. The internal living area is around 1418 square feet. The outdoor living area is around 770 square feet, and the total living area is around 1500 square feet. And this is one of the other types. This is even bigger than that. So the payment plan. The payment plan for Ellington, the completion, as I mentioned, is in Q3 2028. You book with 20% plus 4% DLD charges. You pay a total of 50% in the next 360 days once you've booked it after the reservation. And then you have 5% at 20% completion, 5% at 30, 5% at 40, 5% at 50, and then 30% on completion. So it is a 70-30 payment plan with 5% payments in between. Of course, we can have some flexibility over here, but that is when we sit across the table with the developer. So the most important part, what are the prices? So the prices are very good. Average price is around 1700 dirhams per square foot. For Ellington, that's a very good price. The studio is starting from 700,000 dirhams. The 1-bedroom from around 1.1 to 1.2 million. The 2-bedroom around 1.7 to 1.8 million is the starting price, and the 3-bedroom, hear me out, is 2.4 to 2.5 million, which is a very good price in Dubai right now. The EOIs have already started. For the 1-bedroom, that is 100,000 dirhams. For a 2-bedroom, 150, and for a 2-bedroom, 200,000 dirhams. This, again, as I mentioned countless times before, is an investor's dream, especially considering the area. You can see my WhatsApp details throughout the video. If there are any questions, reach out to me. I'll make sure that we get a good unit. I'll make sure that our EOI is submitted on time and we get a good unit with the view allocated. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop a message. Thank you for your time. It's been a long video. but it was important. So if you have any questions, do let me know. Thank you.